welcome back to another Guess the Recipe! Inside this box are a bunch of random ingredients that make something and I have to guess what it is. So let's open the box. Powdered sugar, brown sugar, baking soda, evaporated milk, cocoa powder, potatoes, vanilla, sugar, eggs, flour, and butter. These are extremely random ingredients, but I think I know what to make. So I'm starting off with my brown sugar, granulated sugar, eggs, vanilla, and evaporated milk. I'm kind of winging it here because I have an idea and the ingredients don't particularly match what I'm going for, but we're gonna finagle it, make it work. I'm gonna start by pouring half of my evaporated milk container into this pot. Next, I'm gonna add in a 1/3 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm gonna place this over medium-high heat, and we need to let that boil. Now I am separating some egg yolks. It is only the first step, and I've already messed everything up. I accidentally added the sugar to the milk instead of adding it to my eggs because I was supposed to whisk my egg yolks until light and fluffy. Sugar helps egg yolks whisk to their lightest and fluffiest amount. And I accidentally added the sugar to the milk instead of to the eggs. This might present an issue later on. I'm going to compensate by using a smaller amount of sugar in the egg yolks, but what I'm making might end up very, very sweet. I'm just gonna put like a 1/3 cup of sugar in these egg yolks and hope for the best. You might be thinking, why didn't she just start over? But see, the issue is that I only have this much evaporated milk and I absolutely need the other half of it for the rest of the recipe. We are whisking these egg yolks until it's a lighter color. It's supposed to lighten to a baby yellow. All right, I think we're ready. I'm gonna do half of a 1/3 cup. And I'm just gonna kind of temper the eggs with it by mixing it, just a small amount of it in with the eggs. This is gonna make sure that it doesn't scramble the eggs. And pour it in. I'm gonna take this over to the stove here and put it on low heat. I have a tablespoon of butter I'm just going to plop in there, and that's just gonna help it thicken even more. But we're just gonna let this cool slightly. I'm just gonna take a little bit of cling wrap, and we're gonna chill this in the fridge for 2 hours. So the next step is going to be peeling and chopping up my potatoes. It seems a little unconventional to use a potato in a dessert recipe. When I boil potatoes, I like to cut them into quarters. I just feel like that gets them tender way faster. Into the pot you go. All right, so those potatoes are gonna be on the stove for about 15 minutes. These potatoes are definitely ready to be mashed. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of butter in here. And now we mash. Tastes like potatoes. Into the fridge we go. Okay, this is probably the weirdest thing I've ever had to make. We need a cup of leftover mashed potatoes. I'm gonna pour in half a cup of evaporated milk and half a cup of water. I had just pre-mixed them. Some butter. Oh, and 1 large egg. These don't really feel large, but. Let's add in some of our flour. We have so much liquid that I'm thinking it's probably gonna be okay. We do a little extra flour. Let's just add in an 1/8 cup of cocoa powder and see how far that takes us. Actually, we're making a lot. I'll just add in a 1/4 cup. All right, now we're gonna start on low, kind of just start mixing everything in. I'm also gonna add in a little bit of vanilla because why not? So then we have a sticky dough. I'm gonna go put this in the fridge. We're gonna let it firm up for an hour. It's been an hour. So now I'm going to pretty heavily flour this countertop here. I'm trying not to get my sleeves in it. Oh, I should have put my gloves on. And then we're gonna just kind of pat it out to be like 1/2 inch thick. And just, I'm not sure we'll need more than this one. These might be a little deformed. Let's go ahead and, I think that they're supposed to be a little bit thinner. Let's try again. There's no way it's supposed to be this sticky. I'm not understanding. All right, here's an update. The oil is way too hot, like 500 plus degrees, and I just did some research for the knowledge. And it's supposed to be like 360 degrees around there. So we were about 200 degrees off, just missed it. On the candy thermometer, it says 400 degrees, and right next to 400 degrees, it says foul, which means that you're not supposed to fry anything above 400 degrees. And here I was trying to fry these donuts, and they ended up coming up like rocks, and I'm like, why? Well, that's why. The amount of done that I am is actually insane. This is the little donut that I was able to make with the dough that I have. It's just not been a fun time doing this. However, the custard is fantastic. So I'm just gonna pipe that puppy in here. Maybe a lot of it. Oh, so much. I doubt this is what I was supposed to make. The custard makes it all better. The donut by itself, let's find out what I was supposed to make. Oh, that was so not what I made. I really thought I was on to something here. I made that way more complicated than I needed to be. And, oh my God! I forgot one of the ingredients. Okay, I'm on the phone with my mom right now. Say hi, Mom.
Hello.
Listen, most donuts are made with baking powder, but I was like, aha, and I looked it up and I said, okay, when can you like substitute baking soda for baking powder? And it was like, if there's an acid, and I was like, acid, and then it said cocoa powder. And I was like, aha!
You're like not even a little bit close.
I was so far.
You were the one who told me the other day, what does a homemade cake need?
Baking powder?
No, baking soda.
Right. Like, I literally told you what to do, and then I didn't recognize my own advice.
You know, expect the unexpected, and like, it's not always gonna be something that's crazy. The crazy thing in this one for me was the potato. I decided that that was the crazy ingredient, so you didn't need also a crazy dessert. You know what I mean?
Well, now that you say that, it makes sense. It is what it is, man. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if y'all could like this video, hit that subscribe button. If you're not already subscribed, turn on those post notifications so you can see more fun food videos just like this one, even though it was an absolute fail. And I'll see y'all in the next video.